I wrote a book called Fighting Sickness with Fitness. When you
Ooh.
hear the word fighting sickness with fitness, what do you
Mhm.
guys think of? Start with Jason.
Mm. Immediately pops up this whole COVID thing,
Mm.
you know, and I mean, people are so fearful just to get outside, you know, and I mean, just gonna say it, ever since this whole thing started, we never stopped. You know, we just kept, you know, doing what we believe in, kept working out, kept, you know, drilling, doing jiu-jitsu, and I feel like it's the biggest thing to combat all of this craziness is fitness. And there's a lot of sickness. I mean, you can think of just like, you know, physical health, but there's, you know, the sickness internally of your mind, you know, and fitness, like jumping full-heartedly into fitness and being disciplined about it, it'll change your life, obviously. And that's why you wrote the book, right? And that's why we're all a part of this. And I just hope everybody really can understand that and move towards that, move towards more health. And yeah, that's why we do what we do.
Yeah.
Awesome. Shane?
Yeah. So I love that title. So what, you know, people relate to movies so well, like The Gladiator and, you know, and William Wallace, and, you know, and then you have the cheesy ones like, you know, like the whatever that's, but because everyone wants to be in a fight. So fighting fitness or fighting sickness with fitness. If people could realize they are in a fight, they're in a fight. I'm not even talking about COVID. The government, these big corporations, their job in these food industries, their job is to sell their product. They know, they're not stupid. They know what they're doing, and they're keeping people sick. Now, with crappy food, you know, it's destroying people. And guess what? You should get that inner being, and you should fight that. You know, and you know, a lot of populations are talking about how bad Monsanto is and how bad, you know, these medical guys, and they tease about, oh, you can take this blah, 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 and by the way, you're going to get diarrhea, you're going to die, you're going to lose your hair, blah, 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 you know all that. People joke about that. But at the same time, they go to the freaking store, and then they buy these foods from these companies that are destroying our islands, by the way, like Monsanto. There's no VANA in there. So let's talk about the fight. You go support corn-type foods, then you just lost the fight. So what it means to me is like, strike up your warrior inside, design your life daily, and be like, okay, what am I going to fight for? Dude, my dad died at 69 from lung cancer. So if I were to follow his pathway, and sometimes you just don't know, that's 19 years. I've known him longer than 19 years. My kids would have to wipe my ass while I'm dying in the bed, like how I did my mom and my dad. So I guess for me, and then for people to share on this, is that, what are you going to fight for? Or are you just going to be what these big entities and what government wants? You know? And my wife's a doctor, and she can share different things. Because in her practice, she'd want to spend an hour to 2 hours, months on end, to find out what's going with you. In the federal government, they want you to get 15 minutes in and out. Now they just got paid for seeing that person. That's fact. So what do I fight for, and how do I do it with fitness? And that's honestly why I started the gym in the first place, because it made me accountable to get some kind of fitness around my life. Why? Because I need to fight for my family, so my kids are not wiping my ass dying at a freaking hospital, you know? And then help them, help others, you know? And yeah, like, so that's a perfect thing. So I guess for me is why do I need to be fit? What strikes my inner being that creates a fight? Because it's a fight. It's a war. What we're going through now, it's a war. It's against the lies of big corporations selling their food and selling their drugs. So, you know, or are you just going to sit back? So, and the only way, to be honest, the only way to win a fight in your whole life is to be fit. And it's not about looks. Being fit is about, soon as your first workout, you're going to call happy hormones, dopamine, and you can go in the rabbit hole in there. That's number one. And everything follows suit after that. So, you know, yeah, you got to find what you're going to fight for, and you got to realize it. So that's what it means to me. You know, working out, obviously in jiu-jitsu, you're going to learn how to fight, but literally what are you really fighting for? You know, fitness is the only, you can't fight if you're not fit.
Yeah.
Because you can't even fight your own brain. Hence, actually, it's a 200% increase on suicide.
200.
Yeah. So, one of your friends is probably going to end up killing themselves. I've had multiple friends kill themselves, and kill themselves recently. Fucking really recently. Guys that they should not die from killing themselves. So, I don't know. So, I'm kind of going down the rabbit hole, but that's it. Dude, we are in a fight. And you know what? The only way to win that fight personally, spiritually, mentally, for you and everyone else you care about is being fit. You can't do it without it. You have to do that. You know?